successful. One thing you said earlier that I want to double back to is this idea of baggage. And so it reminds me of analogy. So, just now, I came from LA to Toronto, just like you came from, LA to, or Chicago to New York. And so when we got off the plane, the first place we went was the baggage claim, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you get to the baggage claim, sometimes there's somebody there to help you with your baggage. So when you go to the carousel, I go to the carousel and I get my bags, and that person that's there to help me, if they look at me and say, "Why do you have baggage? What's wrong with you?"
Yeah.
You would look at that person and say, "You're the crazy one. You know, I just got off a flight.
Right.
I just flew all the way around the country. Why are you asking me why I got baggage?"
Right.
No, it's ludicrous. As a matter of fact, the person that's there to help says, "Hey, where is your baggage? Let me go get it and carry it for you."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So too often in relationships, we are surprised when someone has baggage. We all have been on journeys. We all have been on a journey. So when we get to a relationship or a marriage, it's very much like that baggage claim. So the thought that you have baggage is it's nothing to be ashamed about. It's nothing to be surprised about. It's a fact of life. Where we find the healing is when that person that helped meet, whether male, it's your wife eventually, as a husband to her, when you find that help meet that helps you carry that baggage and helps you unpack that baggage, that's really where the power of the relationship is found. Because too often we get mad when we see someone having baggage, but everyone's been on a journey. So why it's like the same way you would look at the guy or the woman helping you with the baggage at the airport saying, "Are you crazy? Of course I got baggage." That's how we are in relationships and in life. We got it. We all got it. Nobody is exempt from it. And we just need somebody who loves us enough to help us carry it and unpack it. Just because we have it doesn't mean we have to carry it for a lifetime. We can unpack it. We can make the load lighter. We can do that. But we need somebody with us to help us do it. Yesterday, I posted on IG, boys play, men commit. That true peace is found, in the commitment to one instead of the playing of many. And I think part of that true commitment is this idea of unpacking a bag. And what happens is, man, I think as men, especially the way we're taught to date, that we're taught, hey, the more women we date, the better. What happens, though, is the more women we date, when we only think about ourselves, we actually accumulate more baggage. And most men don't realize it. More emotional weight, more emotional scars. So by the time we get into marriage, we need someone to help unpack it. But however, when we haven't practiced any discipline in our dating life, it's then very hard to be open and transparent and honest with somebody in a way where we can get the help we need in marriage.
Man, I love it, bro. I love it. That's right where I'm at,
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I think it's easy to sit here and say, I've done counseling for years. I've been in so many settings, and so for 17 years, I was in the NFL as a chaplain and a life coach. And I led over 100 at least, or led or organized over 100 couples ministry Bible studies and empowerment sessions and stuff like that.
Wow.
Man, so I feel very invested in, right?
Yeah.
But it's like you can work out all you want to, but when you get in the game, listen,
man, it's a whole nother thing, man.
I'm glad I had the training, man. I'm glad I came in with tools, because if I didn't come in with tools, man, I only had what I saw either via TV. I grew up on hip hop and R&B music, so if I only had what I listened to growing up, or what I saw growing up, or even what I see a lot of times, unfortunately, even in church,
Yes.
A lot of relationships are broken, man. And so if I didn't have the tools coming into it, whew, man, it'd be crazy difficult, because it's difficult with them. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And it's not so much that it's not that she's difficult. It's that relationship is hard if you don't work at it. Man.
And here's the thing. It's hard if you don't work at it, and because a lot of, again, just talking about us as men. So what happens is, as men, when we've been raised in a world that basically says boys will be boys. It's okay. We just
Mm-hmm.
do what we do, right? Hey, that's just how
Yeah,
men
yeah,
are. Okay,
yeah.
great. So what happens is we run up that credit card of like, oh, I'm just a man. That's what I do. Oh, it's cool. My whole world is oriented around me being a man. So then what happens is we get into marriage and then we expect our entire life to be situated around us as the nucleus. However, what we learn is that that to me is never going to be the key to a healthy marriage. And so
Right.
as a man, when I begin to realize, hey, I have to be considerate, I have to be thoughtful, I can't just think about myself, right? Even though I've run up this credit card of boys will be boys, now the bills come and due. And now, I don't even know how to pay it, right? Because I've got through my whole life being told I'm a man, hey, it's all good. But when you get into marriage, it's about sacrifice, it's about love. And it's also about saying, you know what, the moment challenges hit, I can't run. Because in a dating situation, most men, that's what they'll do. It's like, you know what? No, I'm not going to take this from you because I know I can go over there and this other woman ain't gonna hold me accountable, ain't gonna hold me
Yeah.
responsible, right? But
Yes.
when you step up and say I'm going to commit, that's why commitment is a part of manhood,
Yeah.
because commitment says I'm not going to run. I want to run.
Right.
I
Right.
want to run. I don't want to deal with this, but I'm committed to the commitment. I'm
Mm-hmm.
committed to the commitment. It's like, yeah, I love you. I love this, but I'm also committed. And if I run now, I'll run later. If I run from work
Right.
now, I'm going to run from work
Yeah.
later. So it's never
Yeah.
easy, because you're right. It's not about
Yeah.
them. It's about, okay, wait, I'm being challenged in a way I've never been challenged before, and I
Yeah.
don't like it.